Thanks for tuning into the video, guys, and let's take a look at what's new and what's been restocked this week at Tacklewest stores. First of all, what I'm going to show you, Daiwa Airity 5000 CXH. We've just had a handful of these arrive. We haven't got a lot of them, but we do have a small handful. So if you're looking for a light tackle, medium tackle spinning reel that's ultra lightweight, you really can't go past an Airity. Now the 5000, the one that I'm actually talking about here, this is a special model, and I think it's really good for a lot of guys that are, want an ultra light reel, but they still want to fish kind of 20-pound braid. Great for spinning for snapper, tailor, salmon, up north, queenfish, that type of fishing. This particular reel, it's a CXH. So what the C means is it's a compact body. So whenever you see a Daiwa that's got a C, it means compact. So this is a 5000 size reel, but it's a compact 5000 size reel. The reel is slightly smaller than what a normal 5000 is. It actually has a smaller body with a larger rotor and a larger spool. This one here, it's going to hold an absolute stack of line because we still have a deep spool. So if we were putting 20-pound line, this reel is going to hold every bit of 20-pound, or PE2, this reel is going to hold, if you fish PE2 on this reel, it's actually going to hold about 350 meters. So an absolute stack of line. We do have the nice big ball knob on the side of the reel, so for spinning, it's going to be great reel for spinning for, tailor and salmon, high speed spinning. So the 5000 actually has about 12 kilos of drag pressure, which is an absolute stack for a reel this size. And we also have the monocoque body and gearing. So there's no side plate on the side of the reel. It's one piece body. This here is actually a cover. It unscrews, and that's how you access the internals of the reel. But it's an extra high speed. It's 6.2 to 1. And the biggest thing is when you pick this reel up, guys, you'll immediately notice just how lightweight it is. It weighs absolutely nothing. Very, very lightweight. It matches really well to a number of different rods that Daiwa do. You match this to like a Daiwa TD Battler and you have a ripper snapper combo. Soft plastics, little stick baits, little poppers. But guys, Daiwa Airity 5000 CXH, these reels are back in stock. We also do have a number of the smaller sizes for your light tackle, your brim, trout fishing, 2000s, 2500s. We also have them all in stock as well. But get onto one of these if you're looking for a light tackle spinning reel. In rods, we've just received 2 models from Zanak that we've never actually kept before, and actually really quite like these. I think they're pretty bloody nice. So these are the Zenaq Expedition rods. Now these are travel rods. So if you're fishing, obviously, fishing overseas, or you're traveling up north, or wherever you're traveling, you need a travel rod. This is one that's really worth checking out if you want more of a high-end travel rod, because in travel rods, you generally find that there's not a lot of high-end rods available. They generally tend to be, that cheaper range of rods. But Zanak have these really nice 3-piece travel rods. Now, this particular one, there's 2 models that we've just got in, but this particular one that I'm showing you here is a 67 Expedition. Now, it's 6'7" long. It is rated PE 1.5 to PE 3, and it has a maximum casting, I don't know if you can see that there, but a maximum casting weight of 70 grams. Now this rod will break down to 3 pieces. You could actually, depending on how big your suitcase is, but I don't know if you can see that there, but you could actually fit this particular rod in your suitcase. And I just paired it up with that Airity that I was showing you just then, because it actually matches perfect to this rod. Now this would be really good for taking up north and using it for boat fishing. I think casting stick baits around out of the boat, this would actually be pretty nice. And when you load these rods up, you actually don't really notice the joins. So, for a travel rod, generally some of the rods you can actually see the flat spots in the rods, and that it is a travel rod that you're fishing with. But loading this rod up, you really don't notice that it's a travel rod. As with all Zanaks, they've finished the guides, all the guides off really well. You've got Fuji guides there. and really good bindings on them, nice heavy duty bindings and really decent sized guides. That's what I like about these Zenaqs here. You know, you can actually get, I don't know if, there we go. You can actually get your leader knots through these guides. They're not tiny guides that make it difficult for casting. But that's the 67, definitely one to check out. There's also a 73, which is a slightly heavier rod. Now this is a P2 to 4 rod, and they rate this one to cast, can we see the ratings there? They rate this one to cast up to 90 grams. It's 20 to 90 gram cast weight, which is, it's a fairly decent sized cast weight. I'd say those 30 gram and up lures, 40 gram and up lures will cast really well on here. But this would match really well with a Saltiga 5000 or even a 6000, either of those two reels. 3-piece design, again, so you could fit that one there into your suitcase. And again, we've got really good quality bindings on Fuji guides. Oh, come on, give us some focus. Give us some focus. There you go. You can see heavy duty bindings, Fuji guides, and a really decent size guide train. So you'll be able to get your leader knots to cast through those, no worries. Moving on to terminal. Now I'm going to show you a snap that's been around for a while. We've sold them for a fair number of years. You guys might not have heard about them before, but they're a very good quality snap. Now this is the Breaden Snap, and it's a quick change. So makes changing your lures, makes changing your, they're actually designed for squid jigs, but you can use these for normal lures as well. It makes changing lures super simple. You don't have to cut your lure off and retie on. You can just use this quick change, small little snap. Now, they're available in 4 different sizes. So we have a super small, a small, a medium. All of these sizes are great for using with squid jigs or the little lures, like I was saying. But I really like this one, and I've used this one a fair bit on, you know, light tackle fishing, and it's a really good quality snap. But this is the large size, so I'll give you a quick look at them. There's a lot of different brands on the market that are similar to these, but the Breeden ones are a Japanese-made snap, and they're very good quality. So this is the large one, great for using on like PE2 kind of tackle. And this particular one will break at 48 kilos. So it's a really, you know, that's like over 100 pounds. So for a small snap, it's got a very high breaking strain. But I'm going to show you how they work. So like I said, you tie your leader onto the eye of the snap, and it's just as simple as, boom, turning the lure or your squid jig over and rolling it onto the snap. As simple as that. Makes changing lures so much easier. There's no more cutting. There's no more, you know, having to bloody retie. It's as simple as that. And you still get a nice amount of movement on your lure or your squid jig. But that's just a handy little terminal tackle item that once you start fishing with these things, guys, you won't go back. But that's the Breeden Snaps. While we're looking at squid jigs, I may as well let you guys know that we've just had a recent restock of all of our favourite line, well, they call them Lumi Glow colours. So we've got them in your albino colour. That one there is very popular, probably the most popular, which is a full white albino glow. We have it in I guess this one's like a limey, lemon special, I think this one's actually called. That one, I've probably had some of my best squidding action on this particular colour. But that one there, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of got like these white glow stripes on it. That's an absolute ripper. We've got the Lime Mojito, I believe this is the name of this one. But that's like a limey kind of colour. Again, we've got the stripes. The orange one, I've never really been a big fan of orange, but you know, it stands out in the water, it glows, squid love it. And this one, you can't go wrong with the pink bits, but that's got all the glow stripes on it as well. But I just another, we generally always have these in stock, but we just did get another batch of them in recently. So, you know, if you want to try a different squid jig, you got to have these in your box. Sure, if you follow us on the socials, on our Instagram and our Facebook, you know, you're going to be aware that Squidtrex are fully back in stock at both of our stores. We have absolutely stacks and stacks of Squidtrex. So if you want Squidtrex, we're the place to come to. But what I've also done now, I've just put them on the website just in the last week, is Squidtrex Bundles. So we've got a variety of different bundles. If you zoom in, Honsu, they're mixed bundles. They come with the Vibe box, so the Nomad Vibe box. They're a mixed bundle of Squidtrex. We've got about, I think there's 10 different pack sizes, and they're actually at a discounted rate, so you'll save yourself a little bit of dollars when buying Squidtrex. But get on there. They come with a Vibe box. You can order a bundle without the Vibe box and just get a mixture of vibes. But you know, if you don't know what ones you want to give a shot first, try one of our Squidtrex Vibe box bundles. But they're available now on the website at tacklewest.com.au. Okay, so moving on to the tools. Now, we've just had a couple of tools come back into stock that are really popular. And I'll show you this one to begin with. And that's the Samaki multi-purpose stainless steel pliers. These are actually a really good multi-plier. There's obviously a lot of different pliers like this on the market, and there's a lot of different brands, but this one's probably been one of the best ones I've used. Doesn't rust up as much as the other ones, and that's obviously because it's all stainless. But these are finally we've got a reasonable amount of stock of these, and they're not over the top expensive. They're only $59.99, so it's pretty reasonable for this good quality plier. And guys, like I said, I've used these on the boat myself for a fair while, and they eventually do get a little bit of rust on them, but if you look after them, these ones here have probably lasted better than anything else that I've used. So the Samaki Pliers in the stainless steel, we've got the multi-purpose plier, and they also do a 290mm long nose reef plier. This is good for getting fish hooks out that are down deep in the mouth. Both of those are back in stock. Very, very popular. And the other one that, I don't know if you guys have seen these before, they're a HPA Ceramic Scissor. So really good for cutting braid. And I'm going to show you just how well that they work, because they actually work really bloody well, if I can get it out of the packaging. These are just a premium quality braid cutter. So these things, they'd obviously, because it's ceramic, they don't rust up. Really good for, you know, cutting braid and cutting fine braid, so for like all your brim fishing or any really light tackle braid. But I've just got some braid here that I'm going to show you just how well they work. So look at this. There's, you know, generally you have to have a bit of tension on braid with braid scissors to get a good cut, but look at that. Cuts it, no worries. And you can hear just how tight those ceramic blades are to each other, so you know you're going to get a really good cut. But they're not cheap, they're really good quality, and they're back in stock, and that's the HPA Scissor. One more plier that I forgot to show you then, but the Daiwa micro split ring pliers. You haven't been able to get these for a number of months, and we've just finally got these back into stock as well. This is a really handy one for all your brim fishermen, because they are a micro plier, so for changing split rings on all your brim lures, these things are really handy. They're cheap, they're great to keep in your tackle box. Good thing about them as well, they're spring loaded, so they make changing the hooks really easy. But I'm just going to show you just how easily these things change split rings. So we got focus there, Hansu?
Yep.
So we got good focus, so we'll just find where the little ring is. Kind of hard to see. Geez, I almost need sunglasses. Not sunglasses, reading glasses. You can see just how easily it opens the split ring. Boom. Spin it around. As simple and as easy as that. Really handy to keep in your tackle box or in your, well, actually in your tackle bag. They also have a little braid cutter on them as well. We'll just put it back on. Spin it around. But they also have a little serrated braid cutter on the inside as well, so for, you know, cutting your braid and cutting your leader, they're going to do the trick as well. Anyway, that's the Daiwa micro split ring pliers. They're back in stock as well. They're not over the top. They're only, what are they, $29.99. So yeah, nice little cheap split ring plier. You would have seen these before, and that's the Robo Cub. So we've just had a really big restock of these as well. We've got them in the black, white, and in the grey, and these things are really, really handy on the boat. You can put them, like we've got them here in the store, you can put them on the handrails of your boat if you haven't got cup holders. And the best thing about these as well, you can use them as a rod holder. So this is where your reel foot sits in, and what actually you do is you undo the bottom, the little cap comes out, and you can put your rod in it. So really handy for boats that haven't got many rod holders. They're really, really sturdy. So you'll be surprised, these things won't move even with a heavy rod on there. Once they grip onto the rail of the boat, they ain't gonna move. You can see them, how well they actually clamp on. But Robo Cub, guys, they're all back in stock in all colors at both of our stores. Stacks and stacks and stacks of Tasline as well, guys. That's another thing. We've just had a really good restock of Tasline come in stock at both stores. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week, guys. All of this stuff, I'm going to link it below in the description, and you can go onto our website. You can order it all there at tacklewest.com.au. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if I don't see you in store, I'll see you out in the water. But thanks, guys.